I'm going to tell you about a journey for describing some of what we've been doing for the past over 10 years. It's actually a technology that was developed in my research lab. I'm professor of electrical engineering at Tel Aviv University. And this technology is now, part of it is already commercial, and other parts are still in development by a company that we founded named Xtrodes. The technology, which we call Smart Skin, is a wearable technology focusing primarily on skin electrophysiology. And you heard the term before today, and probably many times before, but probably the new emphasis that I want to convey in this presentation is not just the ability to do electrophysiology, but to do electrophysiology from freely behaving humans. And so no more electrophysiology that is restricted to the lab, but electrophysiology that can take place at home, while doing sport, while sleeping. So the other emphasis that I want to make is that the printing, the technology, recording technology itself has to do a lot with the interface, with the electrodes, but also on the hardware. And also it's about the data, and I'll try to emphasize and show you what we've done. Then comes the use cases, and you would see that there are a lot of them. But in this particular presentation, I'll show you two more specific examples. I'll try to give you some hints at other opportunities, but also to show you the complexity of really going deep into each specific application, as some of you know very, very well. Okay, so here's the technology at its current state. So we have the patch, which is designed in this particular case for EMG, but we do EMG and EEG and EOG and ECG, and there are plenty other such Gs. So we have the interface, which is entirely based on dry electrodes. Actually, this is the work that we started long ago. The first publication was in 2016, and we have a European patent and US patent. There's a miniaturized wireless system. There were some questions along the previous talks about the battery. So we use, we don't integrate the electronics on the patch. One primary reason is because the biggest element for long recordings is the battery. So the plastic box that you see has the PCB, and a big chunk of it is actually the battery that supports recording for a very long duration. So we can run 10 hours, we can run longer recordings, again, outside the lab, entirely wireless, entirely autonomous. The key thing about the dry electrodes is that they don't dry, because they are dry to begin with. And not only that they don't get worse, they actually get better with the recording. So the data acquisition unit, that's the white box that you see, also support data storage, but also the delivery of the data to the to an application, and eventually to the cloud. And this is a very important thing. But as you would see, when we record for long extended durations, when we record from 16 channels at 4,000 samples per second, these are big files. And so these are no longer the kind of things that you want to do on PC. So all of the data analysis, and there's a lot of data analysis, I'll show you just a little bit of hints of the kind of automated data analysis you should do, and that we do. All of it has to be done on the cloud. So all that infrastructure has to be in place to do this, what I refer to as electrophysiology from freely behaving humans. So this is how the system looks like. Now the patch is, as you can see, the demonstration here, it may be placed in a lot of different locations. Again, in this particular case, this is for EMG. This is recording the electrical signals from muscles. So it's designed in a way that the patch is placed on the